Hello and welcome to Sterling Armory's Sword Talk. This is episode 40. So we've done 40 of these, and I realized just today that I forgot to drop the last one. So hopefully it's 38 or 39 was dropped already, and you watched that. And now we're on to episode 40. We just got done Valley of the Sun, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. And then we're going to SoCal here in the next week. Is that right? Yeah, next week. And so we got a lot coming up. So let's bring on the team. Oh, Josh already passed out. He fell asleep. He was sleeping, so we switched orders.
Hey, guys.
Nice.
When'd you get here?
So, real quick, my name is Chris. If you're new to the channel, we are Sterling Armory. My name is Chris, and I've been a blade maker for, 20-something years now. And now we're doing competitions as well, and we travel over the U.S. Making blades and competing and going to museums and having fun.
Yep. I'm Colton, Copperthorn Customs, blade maker for some time now, undetermined, and yeah, just making stuff, having fun. So you can find me Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the things. Copperthorn.
Now we're a little tired. We're recording a little late.
Yeah, a little later than usual.
Yeah.
Especially for me.
Yeah, get the energy level up, guys.
Yeah. All right, Werber.
I'm Josh Werber, and I've been a blade maker for 44 years.
Yep.
I've been doing woodwork for 103, just leather work for a while. So long. You can find me at Josh. Hold on, I got this. Joshua Von Warbear on Facebook.
Werber.
You can find me on Instagram at Warbear. Shut up, cat. Warbear_Armory on Instagram, and you can find me on TikTok at also Warbear_Armory, where I have almost one video.
Almost.
This is your first one on TikTok. Look at that.
Look at me go.
We're also apparently on Reddit. Shelby pointed it out to me. She's like, "Hey,
What?
you guys are trending on Reddit for something." I was like, "What?" And somebody put together, I think Kyle, Alien Tude on YouTube, and he does some great sword reviews. I think he posts a lot on there. But somebody else posted a list of top reputable makers, and we were on there for swords. So
Nice.
Sweet.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
So you can find us on Reddit apparently.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if you can find us on Reddit, but you can find our stuff there. Apparently.
All three of us were named by name.
Okay. Well, but if
What?
I don't know, I don't know how to use Reddit, but
I don't know.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We're not on there. If you want to get in touch with us, don't message us on Reddit.
Facebook. Yeah, Facebook.
We're not going to
Let me
suggest.
find the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I'm not going to look at that. There's things on Reddit I didn't think about seeing.
gotta be careful in there.
Whoa.
But we just finished, so we got back from Valley of the Sun, a week and a half ago? I can't think.
Something like that.
Yeah, so we sold a couple blades, which was great, especially because saving up for the new place. And then we competed as well, and both Josh and I medaled in our events, which was awesome. And,
We did it again. Did it again,
yeah.
guys.
My medals are in the other room. But actually, I can't. This is terrible, but I'm tired right now. I can't remember what I got. So,
You
I
got
bronze.
silver and silver in advanced longsword and arming sword.
No, I got bronze and longsword, right?
Did you?
I think so.
Okay, listen to him. Don't listen to me.
And then Josh, you got
Bronze. I got bronze and.
we both got bronze. That's
Okay,
right. And I got silver and arming sword.
got it.
It was a fun tournament. It was a bigger turnout than the year before, which was great. Colton brought out two falchions that everyone was swooning over, and I'm surprised they didn't go home.
As they should.
Right. Yeah.
They're still available. At the time of recording this, they'll be out at Valley of the Sun unless somebody buys them before then.
They'll be out at SoCal.
Or I'm sorry, SoCal.
Yeah.
See,
Hey, Chris, what are you drinking there?
Oh yeah, forgot about drinks. I have so it's a little cold still here in Florida.
A little cold.
So my winter jack heated up, which is great. And I've already had most of it.
What's the weather there, Chris?
It's like 60 something. That's cold.
All right.
Yeah.
I've just got a Arnold Palmer.
Oh,
Yeah,
fancy.
so fancy.
I have Gatorade
That would be.
and Canadian beef jerky. Moose
Looks
jerky.
like a mermaid tail in your hand.
It looks like a
Is that
boot.
Oh no,
is that
now it's a
from
boot.
Canada?
Couldn't see the other
Yeah,
side.
these are from Canada. This is moose jerky, I assume.
So Josh just got
Ben.
back from Canada.
1 week in Vancouver, guys. Woo!
Yeah, Vancouver's pretty cool. I was going to do a sword experience there with Adrian Paul because they filmed a lot of Highlander there, but I wasn't able to go. I think it conflicted with Combat Con last year. I couldn't go.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great.
You had fun? What was the sword school you went to?
I did. It escapes me at the moment. It was something like
There's a couple there.
Duello. I think there's a couple. The one I went to was like 11 minutes from the hotel. It was one of those things where we were coming back from dinner, and I think it's Academy Duello. I could be mispronouncing that. Obviously, it's French or what have you. But we were coming back from dinner from a tiki bar, and we passed it, and out of your peripheral vision, you're reading whatever you're driving by. And I just saw people in fencing masks, and when I looked over, it said archery, axe throwing, sword fighting, and then I saw the marquee, which was a sword on the top in the Academy Duello, and I was like, I have to go there. And when I got back to the hotel, all the guys were like, hey, we're gonna go to a bar. Do you want to come? And I was like, no, you fiends! I have no time for your jacasserie. I am going to swords. And then I GPSed it, and it's 11 minutes from the hotel. So I literally jogged at 8 p.m. down cold, wet Vancouver streets of downtown to
Was it snowing?
No snow. I was expecting north of the wall. I did not receive north of the wall. It was actually I was in a t-shirt even outdoors most of the time. It was I think in the 50s most of the time.
Really?
I met one of the instructors. His name is Devin Borman. Really cool dude. Shook hands. We got on right away, and he showed me through his little museum that he has where he's got all swords. Let me see a rapier from the 1600s he acquired. We got to play with it. It was 3/8 thick at the base, and then 1/4 inch in the middle, and then 3/16 and then 1/8 right there at the tip. It was and about 48 inches long, I believe. But yeah, I got to meet a couple of their students and chat with them about little sword making and stuff. And a couple of them started Sterling Armory, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, they had. Yay!
And I bought a t-shirt.
Down here? Do any tournaments down here?
I don't think so. I didn't want. They were having class, and the class went till 9, so I didn't want to intrude too much on their time. So I basically just palled around for 10 minutes, bought a t-shirt, and then thanked them for their hospitality and left.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, good dudes, good people up there. They were very hospitable. They were very nice and welcoming. Very cool. I wish I could have spent more time there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe I might be missing or remembering wrong, but isn't Julian Schutze up there in Vancouver?
I believe so. I believe he was the one that told me about it, and I just forgotten to look it up because I got so busy with work. And I asked if he was there, and they said no. So I didn't even think to inquire. I was just so starstruck by so many cool swords and so many people. They had a lot of people doing cool stuff. They had axe throwing targets on wheels around, and they had bows and arrows lined up. They had a lot of books for sale as well. Lots of cool representation
on the new property.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It'd be cool. Awesome.
Yeah. It was good times. But as you can see, I'm tired, and I'm trying to stay alive with Gatorade. I haven't slept in a couple days. Just busy doing convention work.
Yeah. Good times. So yeah, we have SoCal coming up, so now we're just ramping up for that. I got There we go. So these 3 in the work, and then I got 5 others in the shop, and I got 3 out with Josh at the moment. Colton's got a few, and then Josh's got a few. You guys want to show off anything? Or?
2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Colton, you go first.
Swing. Finish the guy up.
That's sweet.
Ooh, look at that.
Quick, Chris, enhance.
Oh yeah. I always forget.
Enhance.
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 Hey, not you.
No. There you go.
Aha! I can't get back far enough.
Look
I like
at
that tip in that too. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm like, I say this with everyone. I kind of want to keep it. I'm just like, freaking
Yep.
love it. But
That's the whole point.
I know, right? That is like the whole point.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice deep ox blood, double
that's good.
twist guard, kind of complementing pommel points and stuff like that. Yeah, turned out awesome. 2 pounds 10 ounces, and I think a little over 37 inches overall. But
Yeah, I love that guard. The guard's nice. The
Nice.
blade looks really good. The fuller came out nice.
yeah, it did. Yeah, it's so that's going to be shipped out down there, and then
Beautiful.
I got another one kind of sharpened up and whatnot. I'll be shipping down as well. You can make me smaller now.
I don't know. I don't like you there.
Okay, hey guys. Yeah,
How do I
switch
forgot.
it to Josh. I think
There we
he's
go.
got something.
I also have
Oh, yeah.
something. Enhance me.
Hey, wrong one.
Oh, there you go. I also did an arming sword, and it was massive.
God, it's huge.
So this was a fun one. There we go. So 35 and a half, 36 overall, I believe. Got my bear pommel coin.
Oh yeah,
Get it?
I don't know if we talked about the coins yet on here, have we?
Yep. Also oxblood. Yeah, I don't think we did. Also oxblood red. Super hotness. We're clocking in at 2.75 right here, and massive. Took out a lot of weight with distal taper as well. I got it clocked in at 2.9 pounds right now. And oh yeah, if we hadn't talked about it, I've designed pommel coins to represent Warbear Armory. There you go.
Looks good.
Yeah, that's hot.
That's one of them too, right? You got a couple.
Yeah, yep. So it's funny enough, I've got another one coming out that's 2 inches. It's just a collector's coin. But then I sat and I designed like 23 pommel coins out of like Templar crosses, original designs I just kind of goofed off with. But I'm excited to share those very soon before I make them.
Yeah. I'm
Definitely.
excited for those too.
Yeah.
We can do a bunch of different sizes too, because right now most of our coins are 1 inch, but it would be nice to do various sizes. Because a 1/2 inch and 3/4 would be great.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Good for some daggers.
Yay!
Absolutely.
So you're gonna compete
fun
with that
times
one,
making-
Josh?
Not for a while. You guys leave me alone. I'm tired of y'all forcing me to actually.
But you have so much fun every time you do it.
Second tournament that I've been like, nope, and y'all been like, yep, and I've ended up fighting.
It's Colton's turn now.
Nope.
It was this one. I like, we talked about Fright Fight and how kind of like heart palpitating it was because I'd never done it before, so I was just always at like 11, dialed out of at 11. This one was even crazier because we had a sudden death round against Man.
Oh, yeah.
Who was like, I don't know, he might as well be 7 foot, 13 and a half inches. He's a big dude, but we had a sudden death, and he's very cool and a beast of a cutter as well. But yeah, we had a lot of action, a lot of double. I did 2 successful double cuts in one day, which never pulled off those in a row. So stakes were a little higher. But yeah, it was very fun. I enjoyed doing it after you made me do it. But like, Cal, I'm good, man. I'm good. I think I might just like be lazy for one of the conventions, you know?
I thought Phil posted the video of that, of the double.
He did, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so. He might have. Kevin sent it to me as well. Kevin's wife, Holly, I believe her name was. I call her long hair. Just 'cause-
Oh, did Kevin post it? Or did Phil post it?
He didn't post it. He just sent it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Phil might have, or it might have been covered in the Compass video, but yeah, it's on my page as well.
Awesome.
My Facebook.
Oh, it is.
So you've got some new designs coming out soon, right, Josh? You've been working on some new blade designs.
I do. So we were joking around at Valley of the Sun, and I was like, I don't really care for arming sword. I like the dual handed. So we were talking and joking how fun it would be if I did arming sword. I'd like to have like a kite shield, you know, to come in with just something fun and something, you know, something way oversized and goofy just to play with the movement of it. I was like, I would definitely do that. And of course that got into my head and I obsessed about it right away. And I was like, I'm going to make an arming sword. And the day before Fields left, or the day that Fields left, we were like talking about arming swords and me making an arming sword. And I was like, oh shit, I still have Viking blades that I designed that I didn't carve out. And we were both looking at it. We both kind of looked at each other and went, we could turn this into an arming sword. And it's obviously fuck off large, 2 3/4 at the base, so it's huge. We were just laughing like, this is going to be so heavy, it's going to be so broad and thick. And Chris started grinding on it to profile right away because he got excited and starting doing the rough grind. And then when he left, I just jumped on it right away and started grinding it out, and then, you know, tapering everything down, trying to get as light as I can. I know I'm usually more of like the prop guy and more like aesthetics only. But while competing, I've gotten a bit of an appreciation for the lighter swords and much more even distal taper and everything. So I've been trying to incorporate that with thinning out my guards, thinning out my pommels a little bit more, shrinking some dimensions to save weight, and it's kind of growing on me, that whole gimmick. I still am going to make 18-pound giant Viking swords and executioner swords and orc slayers, but because I think they're really fun. But yeah. I also tried to cut with my giant 16-pound sword, and that was not advised. That hurt.
Yeah. I don't think we have that video, do we?
Yeah. RJ McKean was like, you know, I showed it to him. I was like, I'm about to cut with this. And he went, no, it's not going to cut. he said that. And you know what? He was right.
Yeah. I told you that.
It hurt. Yeah, but I never believe you. Or anyone else. And yeah, I think I threw out my whole right arm because from that moment, like after I tried to cut that twice and it just broke the tatami mat in half.
That's why I ground your arm sword, because your arm was hurting you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had like it was a week and a half, my arm hurting. This is I think this is the sudden death one.
Yeah, it's a sudden death one, right? This is the harder of the two. Look at that.
Woo! Look at that.
Sterling Armory.
Yeah, that's me tapping my chest. Was like my heart is beating so hard right now because every time I've been over at Phil's like 3, maybe 4 times, and he showed me the double cut, that like the 3 where it's 1, 2, 3, and I'll get it if I'm not thinking about it and I just go for it. But the minute I try and break it down and pattern, I flub it every single time. And I flubbed that cut hard at Fright Fight as well. It was our last feat.
Oh, that's right. You did. Yeah. So you got it twice.
Yeah, and I was just like, it's because when I cut Fright Fights, I crouch down to try and get a lower stance. And that bollocks me because I hit the bottom of the stand way too low. So I tried to stand more upright and then go for it. And that I love it because the video, everyone's like chuckling, laughing in the background, talking. And then the moment I go for it, you hear everybody kind of quiet down, waiting for me to hit it. And I nailed it. And I was like, woo! It felt, I don't care if I placed or not. I nailed that cut and I felt really good about that one.
Yeah, that's how I felt. So I did the double upward cut, which I hadn't got in a tournament before.
Yeah.
And so I barely got it. I had to follow in the mat falling to get it, but I got it. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that one. Yeah. So who knows what's going to happen at SoCal, because they throw a lot of fun stuff. Very different.
Definitely.
So
they hit you with sticks.
They do. And so
slap you with a stick. Cut again.
Right. This is the first time arming sword is separated out between two tiers. So they do the tier system, but it's essentially open and then advanced. So I have to compete against Phil in both arming sword and longsword. I was like, thanks, man.
Well, good
Well,
luck.
he's not running it this year.
Right.
So he's running. I think he's running arming sword open, but he's
Okay.
actually competing in arming sword advanced.
That'll be fun.
Well, yeah. Everybody has to be going for silver. So
Colton, did you sign up for SoCal?
No.
yeah, we signed him up. So,
Come on, bud.
we put him in longsword fighting too. So he's got to get him.
Oh yeah.
Ew, no. None of that.
Speaking of longsword fighting, you guys following all that HEMA drama this week?
I've seen a little bit of it, but honestly was just like, what are they talking about?
I
Who
guess
said what?
one of the fetter companies put out like a new light fetter, and it's super light, super long. Well, it's average length for a fetter, but it's a 38-inch, 39-inch blade. I think it's like less than 2.5 pounds or something like that. But it's super flexy, which obviously that's going to happen when you make a long, thin fetter.
Right.
And I guess people are complaining about it. It's like there's plenty of other types of fetters. You don't have to buy that one. So, it made me want to make some more sparring blades because I've only made a few and they usually do really well.
Yeah.
So eventually I'll make some more of mine. But
I think I know what you're talking about. I've seen some memes popping up recently that people are making about like,
Yeah.
you know, light sword, heavy sword, you know, whatever kind of deal.
yeah,
I try not to follow drama.
my thing is most fetters don't match original blades anyway. So I mean that's why I like making the sparring blades because mine. I mean I make them purposely to match, closer to. They're more blunt swords, right, than they are sparring blades.
Right.
And I think it just matches. Like I prefer to practice with that, but everybody. Oh, I'm going foggy. Everybody has different preferences. So obviously, blunt swords are a lot more expensive than fetters. So
right.
Just a different thing. So yeah. So man, I'm tired.
Yeah.
So yeah, SoulCal, we should have a bunch out though, so I'll have 11 or 12 pieces. Josh will be asleep.
Bringing daggers, babies. Don't y'all worry. Y'all can
Bringing daggers? I was gonna ask if you got some.
Uncle Warbear coins and some daggers and.
You have your long sword still?
Oh yeah, I've got a couple long swords that I'm not going to sell because I like them. So you can see them though. Why not?
That's so long.
I think I've got.
Eventually, I'll have to sell them. I've got all the swords I have are all personal swords that I've made now. That I'm like, ooh, keeping this one.
Yep.
I think I've got 7 or 8 swords that are going to be there. I don't remember.
That's how it goes, man. Eventually, you end up taking them. You end up like losing the luster for them just a little bit because you make something else, and you have to share that luster, and then you end up taking them as display. And then someone wants to buy them, and you're like, okay, I may as well, I guess. And then you miss them right away.
Immediately.
Oh, I almost forgot. Also at Valley of the Sun, and speaking of sword talk in general, Angus Trim came by our booth. I mean, we always talk to him. He's a great friend of ours, and I've always looked up to and admired. He's been one of my, I have a sword cabinet of my makers that inspired me, and his 2 blades are in there that I got from him. And he said he was going to mention us a little bit, and I just thought he was just going to give us a shout out. But man, he wrote 2 really good pieces. So apparently he's looking to collect some of our blades, which I just thought was cool. So I messaged him. I said, hey, any blade you want, man, just let me know. And he's like, well, that wouldn't be fair. We'll trade blades. And I was like, oh, well, that's fine too. I have no problem with that. And then the one he wrote for Colton a couple days later was, I mean, he compared you to some of the really, really good makers. And it was pretty exciting.
It was.
So thanks, Angus, for the shout out. And it's very much appreciated.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. He's a wealth of knowledge, and he's very open with sharing his secrets. And like again, I'm the heavy swords guy that doesn't really give a shit at dimensions, but I've competed twice, I've medaled twice, and each time I've used the Atrim 12A, and it's my favorite model. And using that sword has got me rethinking my stances on like I don't give a shit about dimensions. You know, well, halfway, right? So there's like the breaking half. There's the convention hat, or the the competition half, where I'm like, maybe I need to make lighter swords that can cut really well. And then there's maybe I sure as hell don't, and I make things that break your arms while you use them because they're heavy and they attract everyone.
Yeah.
I'll split the diff. I'll split the diff.
Yeah. No. So I'm splitting the diff with you there. Because I've got that big executioner sword that I'm going to be doing soon.
Oh yeah.
And I ordered a bigger contact wheel that's I can't remember what size, 4-inch, 6-inch, I don't remember. So I could do like a big wide fuller down it. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm gonna try to like be at Josh's scale, but about half the weight. But we'll see.
Is it that long? Is it 60 inches?
Yeah.
No, I think mine's like 58 and a half or something. 58. It's pretty cool.
We talked about this when we visited your shop and we were taking a look at
yours. Yeah, I let you have like an inch longer. Just you got to keep the glory.
Appreciate you letting me keep that.
Mine was.
You better bring it next time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that Jugundis sword that you just finished up.
I think.
Did we put that on here? I don't think we did.
I might have showed it in the prior video that I forgot to air, so hopefully that's aired by now.
Okay.
I might have, but that was 60 inches. I think it was the same as yours then, right? But it was a lot lighter.
Yeah,
based on the one on the Mac. But I thought it was going to sell. It's half the weight, right? Or less than half.
You're talking like
quarter of the weight. What is yours? Like 5 pounds?
You say much heavier, lighter.
Yours is
in
under
America,
5, right?
We measure that by like muskrats. Like it's like 4 muskrats heavier, and that ain't a lot.
But it sold right when I got back, and I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with that piece.
I didn't realize it had sold. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. I shipped it out before I left.
Both the big ones sold. So the green one sold at the event, and then the blue ones and the green one. It wasn't that big, right? It was instead of 60 inches, it was what?
Pretty substantial.
53, I think it was.
Okay.
But I'm going to make a lot more of those. I actually have those. I'll have 4 of those coming up in the next batch, getting cut because I really like that blade shape.
Yeah.
Everyone laughed at me when I pulled up to the post office shipping an OSB box made of pine and OSB toppers.
Yep.
Like, this is going to be expensive. I know.
It's the only way to ship that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna step back here a little bit to you saying you're over here building these like light or your super heavy swords, but like the second you tried to like distill that arming sword out, you like nailed it. You're under 3 pounds on that big arming sword that's 2 3/4 wide. Like that's pretty.
You're talking to me.
I'm talking to you.
Talking to Fields. I was just listening.
You're over there. Just like the second you actually are just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and it's just like perfect, and it's like okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. There's a couple things, you try things out. You wish you could change some things, and you just use it as a fun learning experience. I kind of wish I would have shortened my grip a little bit. My grip's a little, as you can see, it is a little long.
It's cool though.
It is cool. I did that on purpose so I could still kind of grip it with 2 if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
Philip the Cuisinart Martin really likes about 2.5 inches of grip and then a pommel, so he can grab it and it jams his fist, and 2 inches is made up. But you get what I mean.
Yeah.
He likes it to lock into his fist. I like a little bit of extra length there.
Yeah. Mine sticks out.
That's great. Oh yeah.
So
cool.
That's what I like.
Yep.
Matches.
This is also the pommel that I drilled too deep in, and I gave myself an X-ray view of my tang slot, and it was like, whoops.
That's a different take on an Irish ring.
Yeah.
Get more weight out. That's all,
That's the Georgia ring.
The
Yeah.
George
Terrible. Yeah, I filled it full of or I say I filled it. I put some epoxy in there to give myself a flat edge, and then I put the pommel coin over it. So no big deal, no big must. Didn't really do anything to
I want
hurt
to cut with that one though. I bet you it cuts
it.
really well.
I bet.
Yeah,
Actually, it
it
probably
is.
cuts really, really well.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't sharpened it yet. I obviously just got back from the convention, so I haven't started making anything. I just finished designing a few more daggers. But yeah, I'll likely, without sharpening it first, just cut a watermelon and see what it does and how it moves. But having fun.
Literate.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys I have four, one really massive pumpkin vine, and then four other smaller ones out back.
From the many
We knew
years
they had
you
started
pumpkins
growing,
back
but
there.
Yeah,
they're still going.
Yeah, they're growing like crazy. Especially the one that's in the shade all the time. It's growing like crazy. So I'll probably have my own pumpkins cut next year.
That's cool.
That's going to save us a lot of money in the long run.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What's funny is I realized, so before I would get pumpkins from the normal grocery store, right? Or like Target or Walmart or something. But these pumpkins I cut before this were all from a local pumpkin, like a pumpkin patch. And I think those are the ones that, when the seeds went everywhere, they just sprung up like crazy. So that was cool. But yeah, you should definitely cut with that. And so I'll be out in Phoenix again for work, actually twice. So, early March and then April. I have to be out there. So if the blade doesn't sell, because you decide not to sell it, you can start fitting them there. So did you get your house wired up yet?
Bought a near $3,000 belt sander, and it's just a paperweight until I get
think
that.
when I fly out there, I'm just going to come back with that belt sander.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it might do you more good than me with my electrical setup. That's Arizona. Arizona's compliances. They've got so much weird crap they do in the house building spectrum. But we're gonna figure it out one day, and it's gonna be fun when I do, or I'll just wait because I'm really busy with a bunch of stuff right now. So
just imagine what you can do when that's done, man.
I know, with those smaller radius wheels.
Call the electrician and say, "I just need an outlet replaced."
Yep.
Hell no. And who? I don't even know their numbers. I don't. I'm just gonna
We'll
put it
send you
off.
some. We'll look up some numbers for you.
This is appreciated. Which is funny because when my mill broke, I let it sit for like 6 months. Like, well, I don't know what to do with this. And Phil eventually was like, "Here's some local numbers to some CNC repairmen." And I was like, "Oh, that worked out good. Thanks, Phil."
So Phil, if you're watching, get this guy an electrician.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I got like a central. Instead of fixing my mill, I bought for like $250 a central machinery Harbor Freight special that did not do good.
You know what you mean, the bandsaw?
No, the drill press.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like everything was loose in it, and I tried to dive down, and it was just the head on it was shaking so much.
Yep.
I'd go to cut a 1/4-inch hole in, and by the time I was done, it was 1/2 inch from all the blade play that just keeps spinning around and jotting and breaking.
Oh my god.
Speaking of, I think I just broke my 3/4-inch bit or 3/8 bit. Might be a 3/8. No. 5/8. I think I broke my 5/8 carbide bit.
Your counterboard?
Yeah.
No, gotta buy a new one.
Yep, gotta buy a new one.
So like 6 months later.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, can no longer translate conversations. To translate a phrase, say, how do you say hello in Spanish?
No.
I'm sorry, I can no longer translate conversations.
Alexa, stop.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Fucking
Do we say Alexa?
It waits to interject. Like the minute it hears something much like the name, it just starts talking about some shit. So stupid. But it's helpful when I just want music out. That's all I use it for, is setting alarms while I was going to say cooking, but let's face it, it's like frozen pizza warming, and then random music and asking like, who was that guy in this? But whatever.
Alexa, add call electrician to your to-do list.
I've put call
God damn it.
on your to-do list.
Thank you.
Anytime. Literally.
Oh, perfect.
I actually heard you and then started doing shit for you. Jesus Christ.
Alrighty. Well,
Damn.
excited to see. Josh, I'll see you in a few weeks or
Okay.
next week.
So
Colton,
you're flying, Colton's flying, and I'm driving.
Is that true?
No.
Yeah, that's true.
I wish it'd be fun, but
Yeah.
yeah,
That'd be
make this
awesome.
fun.
Sadly, Colton's going to miss this one. But
Yeah.
who else is going to be there? So Valiant's going to be there again. So see Sonny and Zach.
Diane Albion's going to be there.
Michael with Albion will be there. It'll be great to see them.
Is Arms and Armor coming out?
No, I thought they. So Nathan said he couldn't. He just
Oh, okay.
he said he's making blades and he's catching up and he doesn't have any ready to go. So, which we understand that. I think was it
You think
just
Sean
up
Krieger? Sean Krieger's going to make it this out there?
I don't know. It'd be great to see him, but
He's never coming back. He's too busy.
yeah, no, I was gonna say he's way too busy making stuff.
Yeah.
So, which is a good thing.
Remember that time that rat bastard showed up? The Combat Con sold out in the first 3 hours, and then spent the rest of the time vacationing.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
what
Goals.
a beautiful
Goals
creature.
to shoot for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then after SoCal, I guess we're going to be on a little bit of a break, right?
Until Combat Con. Oh, Texas Blade Show is right after SoCal, like the next week. If we just go to
I
hang
don't
out.
Actually, I know I can't make it because that's when I'm closing on the new place.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That means I'll be out there as well within the following week or two to help you
Is
out.
that right? Let me make sure I'm right there. I'm not messing up weeks. But then after that, there's a couple other. So there's 2 tournaments, somewhat on the not East Coast, but there's one in Minneapolis area, and then there's one in. I just forwarded you guys an email from the other one. They're asking us to vend. But I don't know if they did.
Free. SoCal is the 16th and 17th. Texas Blade Show is the 23rd, 24th.
Yeah, 23rd is my closing.
Oh wow! All right.
Yeah.
Well, Texas got knocked down. Then that's sad, but
Yeah.
we'll find a
We
reason
might
to go.
try to do some other events before. This is the last year for Wait, is this last year or next year? Next year's the last year for Combat Con. Is that right, or is it this year?
I think they're doing this year and the next, but I'm
Okay,
not.
2 more years. Okay. So yeah, we'll look forward to Combat Con, but hopefully we can get something done before then. But I will be doing. Excuse me. I will be doing a lot more videos on other things from the new property. So like, hopefully I'll start the sword review stuff finally because we'll actually have nice backgrounds, and then maybe think about some other fun videos to do. It's going to be a while though, because I'm building a whole new shop on the property. That's going to take time.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So, yay!
Transplant your pumpkin vines. And
Yeah,
just
shall we?
huge
was ready
patch.
talking about that. Yeah. So yeah, apparently it's easy to do. So we shall see.
Sweet.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, yeah, that's all I think I had for now. We're at about 40 minutes, so pretty short one, but I think we're a little tired. So.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and we already lost Josh.
Yep.
Sleeping on his pink peen chair there. All right. Well, if you guys have hung out this long with us, thanks for hanging out. And if you ever have any topics or anything you want to talk about or us to talk about on Sword Talk, please comment below or shoot us a message. And again, I'm Chris with Sterling Armory. And yeah.
I'm Warbear from Warbear Armory.
Colton
we
from
need our,
what?
sorry. We need our new logo. So, yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Colton, Copperthorn Customs.
That was the.
Find us all at Sterling
past
Armory.
outro.
Yes.
Skip all the links. You know where we are by now.
Yeah.
That's the tired one.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again for guys hanging out with us, and hopefully you got a good drink. And we will catch you next time.
Yeah. Stay sharp.
Keep your beans clean.